Hello and welcome to Critic Builds. We're back with another episode of Satisfactory, and today we're going to do a couple of things. One, I noticed that there's a slug up here, so I'm going to see if I can get up on top of this little area up here and get whatever slugs and stuff are up there. And while I'm doing that, I thought we'd catch up a little bit on what we've been working on in the level. I think I can get up there on this thing. And so I have cleaned up a lot of the stuff laying around in the iron factory and started getting that set up to also output the copper, which I'm really excited about. I didn't quite get there, but if I ride this parachute, I think I can hop up here. Yeah, the parachute's real good for letting you ride through things. Let's see, where was that slug? It's somewhere right up here. And so, yeah, I spent a lot of time just cleaning up things on the level here since last episode. We're going to be really getting into the factory now. Oop, jump. Don't want to get knocked back down. All right, let's see if I can find that slug. I saw it before. All right, I think I found it. It's up here on this little skinny piece of what I assume is bone. There we go. That was easy enough. And I'm kind of curious. That was a slug. I would love to find some more summer sloops to keep that research going. And I was switching things around and noticed that somewhere over here there seems to be another one, because I don't have the no connection warning here. So we're gonna fly on over to this side and see if I can put some eyes on it. Oh, I just got the little thing there. It must be in that direction, so we're gonna head over here. Oh, I'm getting another signal over here, it looks like. It's a little hard to do when I'm parachuting. It looks like this way, though. So let's head on up here. Try and get up on top of the hill. I can hear it. There it is. Oh boy, oh boy, there's a monster coming. I got it.
Look through the window. Effigies ripples through our temples. Our veins nearly touch. He is shy. Notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.
Well, there you go. I must be stressed out. I'm still being chased by something. I'm trying to take a quick look at a map. There's so much stuff around giving me a hard time that we're gonna just set down here. I finally figured out how to drop out of the parachute. It's the C key, which is the same as sliding about. So with the sloop gathered, let's go ahead and send this tractor back. This is our new copper path. In fact, I'm just gonna drive it back, and then we can always send him up here again afterwards, just to get our copper moving forward. I've disabled all of the trucks because we're not using that much materials there, and everything was getting backed up and we were just wasting material. There's a lime node there that'll be useful for the factory at some point. We're gonna have to start making these concrete encrusted iron plates or whatever they're called, and that'll be useful. But for the copper truck here, tractor, we have it just come straight in here, and then it does a U-turn and heads right back out the same entrance, which has been super handy. So we'll drop him in here to collect the copper, and to just show off what we've been working on, we've set up a single node of smelters here to start moving copper in. This is nowhere near the capacity that we'll be able to support eventually, but then we've got a line here back from our little mini factory. I've just been emptying out the materials from these chests that had quite a bit of stuff. So our screws are about empty, our iron rods are empty, and then plates, we seem to be making pretty good progress here. We've emptied the top out, and we've just got one container left. And the only reason I'm doing this is I didn't want to have to sit there and destroy all of that material. And while I was working on other things, it just made sense to feed it all into the sink, which means I should have a fair amount of tickets now. There we go, 22 tickets now. We're doing great on processing all of this material. And my goal is to clean up all of the rest of this stuff. You can see I tore down all of our spaghetti copper production facilities here. And I'm going to continue to clean this all up so that I can run multiple layers stacked on top of each other, most likely, of the smelters, so that we can feed both the iron and the copper factories. I may need to find a better home for the awesome sink here, just because it takes up so much room. Or I suppose we do have a lot of room here. We can just back this factory up and start the rows of smelters behind where the awesome sink is right now. And what we need to do, though, is start getting our iron production ramped up. We were starting to run out of iron at one point, and as we continue to use more and more of it, I think it makes sense to just increase this production capacity. I've got a Mark II miner here that I haven't started up, just because I didn't want to forget where that iron node was. So we've got that all set up. Once I can tear this all down, we'll be able to convert these other 3 over to Mark IIs, and that will more than quadruple our current iron supply. So with that tour out of the way, and the fact that we do indeed have both of these materials up and running, I'm going to let that finish running into the sink, emptying out the last of those resources. And I'm going to take this truck back up to the base, and we're going to switch over and grab the steel truck and take that down to the other factory. Not because we need to necessarily run more steel up here right now, just because it's a fast way to get down there. And I've been looking at the map, trying to find where we can find this SAM material, or I guess it's SAM is the material, strange alien material, I think is what that stands for. And there's some down there near-ish to where we've been doing our steel manufacturing. So I think it makes sense to head on down there and see if we can locate that. We won't be able to scan for it just yet because we haven't found any of it yet, which is unfortunate, but we will be able to get our hands on it manually. I do have 4 of these portable miners. We really should empty our inventory out here real quick. At a minimum, the leaves and logs. I was expanding the foundations here on the base off camera a bit, and ended up with a bunch of materials in my inventory. Oh, not the right thing, and that's gonna mess up my belt if I do that. The wood, they look so similar. All right, let's go. We'll get down to the steel and start our little adventure here. All right, so this factory doesn't have an awesome sink either. I don't know how full it is. I'm thinking I should enable the autopilot though, and I'm gonna just load my dude up here with what I can and send him back on his way. Let him make a few rounds while we're doing our own thing. I'm curious if he's going to figure this out on his own. Apparently no. Autopilot's enabled. Oh, I can push X to show and hide the path. Oh, because I'm nowhere near the path. There we go. Off he goes. All right. Perfect. So we'll let him do that. Most of that stuff's going to end up getting synced because we have way too many steel pipes. However, I'm going to let that truck make its rounds it'll come back and get another batch of this, and we're going to come up here and start searching for this SAM ore. Now, if my iron is over here, I believe the SAM ore is supposed to be pretty much straight west from that. There's a bunch of horrible terrain here that we're gonna have to work our way over. And if I just look at my map here, I'm just trying to get a feel for it. I think it's gonna be somewhere to my northwest here, because it should be like just west of all of this stuff. So we're going to head on over here and see what we find. Ooh, there's some horrible icky spiders down there. We're gonna try and fly past most of those. I see a slug up there. I wonder if my ore is up there too. I love how I can ride this up. Ooh, what's that noise? Ah! Spiders are just popping out of the ground. Ah, there's another one. Okay, did I get them all? Oh, I've got a summer sloop somewhere around. Oh, this way. Well, we better find that while we're at it, too. Getting closer. It's probably up on top of this giant hill. Oh, there's a Mercer Sphere. Whoa.
Single strand of the tapestry.
It's talking to me.
We hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony. It covers the temple in bones and organs and limbs, yet ignores our bleeding wounds. Scripture is needed. Consume.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error, years.
Years. All right, I think my summer sloop is either up above me or down below me. So we're not gonna necessarily worry about that. Do I have any more Mercer Spheres? Not in the area. And just to make sure I don't have... Nope, nothing for the SAM ore here. All right, let me look at my map here and see if I can get a gauge for where I should be going. I don't know. This doesn't look anything like what I was hoping for. Yeah, I think I need to go over here some more. I'm leveraging the world map off of Satisfactory Calculator, one of the several websites that are out there to help you with identifying where resource nodes and stuff are. And normally I don't get too much into using third-party resources for stuff like this. But in this case, we're kind of getting blocked on doing a handful of the upgrades that I'd really like to get going somewhat early on here. So I'm using it just for this one. I see a Mercer Sphere down there. I do have some gas masks, so I know I can jump over into that stuff without dying. So let's try this out. We're going to go down here and nab it. Oh, and we're in the poison cloud as well. There we go. All right, let's get in here and grab this before things go poorly. Perfect. And I'm just looking around. My map says that the SAM ore is supposed to be somewhere around here, but I don't see it anywhere. Let's get out of the cloud and just double check the map. Yeah, it was supposed to be right over here. Well, what do you know? A map that isn't quite up to date, and or it's underground and I'm just missing it, which would not be the first time. So there must be some caves or something that we could explore. I was kind of hoping for a surface node though, but maybe all of it is underground. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna head down this little channel, because chances are if there's an opening into a cave, and this huge hill is part of that cave, that the opening would be down here somewhere. Like right over there? Oh, no, that's just a passage around. Maybe there's a cave entrance somewhere there. All right, we've gone underground here in that big cave area, and we're just trying to take a look around to see if there's any cave entrances in here. I don't see any, but I do see a blue power slug that we're gonna pick up real quick before our gas mask completely wears off. And I've got more ore nodes like Tyrium in here, but still nothing that's gonna get me underground to where we could get to that SAM ore node that I saw on the map. So I don't know if the map is out of date, if there's a cave or not. It seems like there should be a cave, but we're just not finding it. So I think what we're gonna have to do is wrap up this leg of the adventure and, I don't know, go try somewhere else. And then, of course, just as we talk about potentially wrapping things up and not finding a cave, I find what looks to be a cave entrance. So down we go. Ooh, it's a spooky cave too. Ooh, there's a yellow slug. Oops. Okay, that's step one. Man, can you imagine if this is the only way to get to this ore node and you'd have to run belts or something all the way through this? That would be a nightmare. I'm sure there's another way out of here, though. Ooh, that looks pretty. I'm gonna die a horrible death down here, aren't I? I got a whole inventory full of stuff. We're getting closer to where I thought that ore might be, though. Definitely hear the slug sound. Okay, we're gonna go back to melee. I want to go to my west. I mean, but there's something over there. It's gonna drive me nuts if I can't find it. I'm looking for the spider. There's a summer sloop here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a resident song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Alright, that's raw quartz. Is this the new stuff? Yeah, there's the new stuff. Okay. I can hear spider movement sounds. Alright, well, while that continues to freak me out, let's go ahead and place down these things. And I'm gonna get some by hand just to get the A to unlock.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
Okay. Man, we got all kinds of quartz and this SAM material down here. At some point, we're gonna be either trucking or belting stuff out of these caves. Probably belting, because I can't imagine driving a truck down this. But let me go see where this exits out to, because I see some daylight down here while the miners do their thing. I'm really excited to get this SAM ore unlocked finally. Okay, what is going on here? Is that water above me? I don't know, it looks freaky. I'll have a jetpack to try and get out through that. Oop, another Mercer sphere. Well, despite being extremely dangerous, these caves are turning out to have all kinds of goodies. I need to heal, though. I just know as soon as I step in here, like 10 spiders are gonna pop out of the ground.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
How do I get up there? I guess I could build something to get up there, but... That'll work. Oh no, I jumped right over. Let me try that again. And where... Ah! Where does this exit go? Nice. Let's look at the map. Wow, way over here. So I think I went in right here, and then I came out over there. Very nice. And I'm sure there's one other way that I could go while I was down there, but what we're going to do is follow this cave all the way back to where we were and pick up our SAM ore for hopefully safe transport back out of here into our base to finally use it for something. Oh, there's a blue slug way up on the ceiling there. No idea how to get up there. Come on, come on, come on. Alrighty, well, let's grab all this. I'm gonna pick up miner. Oh, I'm out of space. Oh, let's get rid of some of this stuff that I really don't need that much of. And now I've got, I think, 4 full stacks of SAM ore, so I should be able to make something with all that. Let's go over here. It looks like I've got another slug. There's just tons of slugs down here. And I suppose as long as I'm here, I should figure out how to get to that one on the ceiling. Oh, there's another one on the ceiling over there. I'm sure there's a right way to do this, but we're going to do the wrong way. We're going to figure out how to just build some ladders. I guess I don't have ladders yet. I really ought to get some of those. Stackable poles has been the way that I've solved that in the past. Don't have enough health to ignore these spiders when they pop out of the ground like that. You know what? We're going to be back down here at some point for more of this material, so I think we will deal with this at that point. I am going to go out the other tunnel here, though, instead of the way we came, just out of curiosity to see what else we find down here. Figure out where it comes out and all that good stuff. Maybe we'll find some more Mercer spheres or sloops or something like that. Or maybe we'll just get murdered by spiders down here in the bottom. Ooh, there's a bunch of the poison clouds. There is more slugs, but I am about out of my gas mask cartridges. So back the way we came it's going to be. At least now we know. We do need to come a little bit more prepared next time. But there's lots to do here in this cave still. And in the meantime, though, we're going to take our goods that we've collected here and get back to the base and see what we can do with all this fancy alien stuff. All right, folks, so I've been running out of the other entrance of this cave just out of curiosity of where it went. Not only am I finding a power slug, I see what appears to be our coal power setup right here next to this entrance. So right there is where I can go to get back in there, and it was actually a much shorter jaunt to get back out here than it was to run the other way by a long shot. So I'm liking this. We will we'll have to remember that when we need to get some more of this SAM ore. And it also lets me come back and hopefully hitch a ride on the truck when it gets back here in a moment. I'm loving that I can bring up the map and see where my vehicles are. I can see what all the different names of my factories and facilities are and stuff too when I'm not standing on top of them. So I should probably rename some of these trucks so that I know what they are. I wish they'd let me do that in this interface, like I could just click on it and rename it, but I have to actually interact with it directly to do that. That's all right. We'll figure it out. But either way, we've got the truck coming back. I will meet you up at the base and we'll do some more fun MAM research. We are back. Let's do this. Alien Technology SAM.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Mildly disturbing. Let's go ahead and research the next step.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
Okay. It's getting a little freaky. Let's see, I can do the next one now.
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
Wow, all of that, and I can only make 9 of these fluctuators. Well, let's see if that gets me anywhere in the tree here. I'm gonna clean out just a little bit of this inventory while I'm here and thinking about it. I need 10 for that side and 11 for that side. I'm gonna need a lot more of this stuff. Wow. Okay. Well, that's not a problem per se. I just wasn't expecting it to require quite so much. So I'm gonna unload some things and we're gonna go back out there. I'm gonna get another load of this because I think as I'm building these factories and stuff, having the ability to use this for my inventory management is going to be huge. So give me just a minute to clean things up and I will meet you back up here after a quick run down to the caves for another load of this SAM ore. We're going to try and take the shortcut down to the power facility. Which is this way. What I should do is take the time to run the big power line down here. I just haven't had a chance to do that. I started by getting it out next to the lime out here in the middle where I could easily grab it from a distance. And maybe I can still grab that from a distance. No, not from this distance. Well, we'll keep going. But yeah, that cave entrance is right here. So we'll have you follow in with me just so you can see the difference in the cave entrance that we went in initially. And I can pretty much float all the way down in here, it looks like, from the other side. I might even just barely clip the ceiling here. But this is definitely the easiest way to get over here from the base. A lot less running than I thought I was going to have to do, and probably faster than taking the truck around the outside. So we're going to just take this cave all the way back here, and this was the initial tree that we found was it the sloop or the slug? I don't remember. But I think if I just follow this to the west, I'm going to get right into this big room that has the SAM. So as you can see, nice and quick, very easy to get down here. Don't go the way that I came originally. It takes way longer. But let me get a round of this ore in my inventory, and we'll check back in with you up at the base. It struck me that I could bring a lot more of this back if I just processed a bit of it while I was waiting for it to mine. I'm not sure I want to process all of it by hand, but I can at least do this first step a little bit while we're waiting for the miners to go. I've got 10 of these around the area. I could have laid them out a little bit better so that I could more efficiently grab the ore out of them, but as you can see, it's working quite well. I'm getting a good amount of this pretty quickly, and then we're going to be able to do all the research I want and also have enough to hopefully build some of these upgrades once we get back up there. So this is working for me. I know a lot of people don't like doing a lot of the manual crafting like this, but I have to say it's actually a lot faster than using the automation for it a lot of the time, at least on a smaller scale. So we're going to be able to get plenty of this SAM to use to get all of our upgrades. All right, I've got enough of this done by hand now at this point that I'm going to toss down a miner. I don't have the stuff for a Mark II miner, but we're going to bring a Mark I miner's belt down here, and eventually we'll get a Mark II. I don't even have the power necessary right now. I don't know if I have enough to bring belts back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this as an opportunity to bring the power out. Let me see if can I get a power tower even down here? Like, what would happen if I set up a power tower underground like this, and then we connect that, and then we go up here and see if we can. Oh, I'm missing the steel beams for the power tower. But I think there's enough room down here to run power towers for longer distances. So I'm going to grab some steel beams, and we're going to run a power tower down here. And eventually, I will probably just belt this SAM ore out to this entrance since it's not that far. It's just a little bit of a crazy exit out of this cave. But the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking, well, I don't want to have to keep coming down here every time I need some. So at a minimum, I could just belt it up here to the entrance and then deal with it on the outside rather than in the bottom of this creepy cave all the time. And every once in a while, we can go back down there and upgrade it. But if I brought it out here to a belt and put it into a box, I could have a truck come and get it or do whatever I want with it out here somewhere. So let's see, I needed some of those steel beams, if I'm not mistaken, to do my power tower. You know what? I don't think we're going to worry about it right now. We've got a miner down there. Next time we go down for more materials, we'll do a little bit more. So with that, and I want to bring the power down this way so I can ride the rail back up to the base. It'll be a little bit faster than having to run all the way around here manually. In fact, maybe I could just do that from down here right now. If I jump up here. Yeah, this will save me a little bit of time, hopefully. Oh, I missed the corner there. So after our little adventure down there, I've walked away with what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little over 500 of these reanimated SAMs. And in order to turn it into the flux, I need these. We'll grab a little bit of that. Do I have anything else in here that I know? And there we go, 83 I can make with that. So I don't know if I'll do that. We'll probably just start with the 20 that I need to do the next 2 chunks of research, and then we'll see how many more we need. I don't know if I need the reanimated Sam in that state to do any more upgrades or building, or if it's just the more advanced material that I'll be using from here on out. But we're going to go ahead and do the research.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rot and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Well, okay then. I don't think that's what I needed. It wasn't the AI limiter. There was a different item, yeah, that I need that I won't be able to do the production amplifier just yet. This is what I'm waiting on to be able to start turning my slugs into extra power. This is going to require research I don't have yet, but this I can do.
Dimensional Depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the Dimensional Depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter. The metal will not bend. The wood will not splinter. Weave.
Okay then. I'm looking at the parts list here to see what it would cost me to get some of those things I don't have. Unfortunately, I can't buy things that I haven't made yet, or don't have the technology to make at least. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that I could get those computers and stuff that we needed. Well. What we're going to do now, though, is get more of those so that I can at least get some more slots unlocked. I think that's what one of these was supposed to do. Is, let me check again. Yeah, more stacks in the Dimensional Depot. So I need 47 of these SAM fluctuator deals. And then we'll always just have to find some more Mercer spheres to do more unlocks. And these are just more and more. Nothing, no other unique resources to do those. So yeah, I need computers and whatever that circuitry is to do more of the actual research. That's all right. Let's get this knocked out real quick. All right, so I converted the rest of those into what we could, or most of the rest of those. And I do think that I'm going to go with the expansion so that I have a bunch in there. I don't care if it uploads slow as long as I've got a bunch in there, because I'm usually goofing off and doing different things.
Dimensional expansion increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour and salt.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material I do not waste.
Okay then. Dimensional Depot. Oh, these require Mercer spheres as well. It's a good thing I kept one. Let's go grab that and this, I think it was. And then what's one thing that I know I need? Plates. So if we rotate this about and put it right there, and then I hook that up, it should start uploading iron plates. I like it So now I can hold up to 400 iron plates. I'm only going to upload at 15 per minute, which is abysmally slow, but we should be able to start using that. So now when I'm in my inventory, I should see Dimensional Depot, and I can take from inventory before depot. This will let me keep my inventory cleaned out. I think that's how it's going to work. But then if I'm building a recipe like a conveyor belt Mark 1, well, it's going to pull from my inventory first. But if I didn't have any in my inventory, I think that it would pull from here first. Can I stack that like a normal item? I can. All right, look at that. That's going to be good. And then I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to dump out my iron plates for a second. And then if I were to go and try and build a conveyor belt, it turns purple in the middle of my screen to show that I'm pulling out of my Dimensional Depot instead of from my inventory. Perfect. I like it. Now I am going to keep the small stack here on me just to use them up. And let's sort this out. We're looking good. The inventory's starting to stay pretty cleaned out. And this is just going to help a lot with that. So I'm super excited. And then once I get to 400 items in there, I think I could actually move this Dimensional Depot uploader to the next resource. But I think the idea being that I hook one of these up to each of the common resources that I want to store, and then I can just always have them getting refilled as we're doing other things. Now, a quick check on the rest of the base while we've been in there. I think we've got, yeah, lots of these are getting crafted. We really should start doing the parts that we need for other things here. I'm going to need to start setting these up to craft pretty soon. I need to get stator production up and running. I have everything else I need here to do things except for the stator production. What I wanted to do is get a permanent factory set up for these, because even these smart platings we're going to use more of in other recipes. Like all of the space elevator parts tend to stack. But for now, I haven't messed with it at all. I'm tempted to just set up a temporary with boxes in front of these and just dump into them to get these materials going. But then my gut tells me I should just get the factory set up. And if I'd set those factories up while I'm off doing all this other exploration, we'd have been building parts by now. So we will be focusing on that finally. We're going to build the second level to the base. Next episode, that's the only focus we've got. We've got nothing else left to distract us. We're bringing in all the rare materials that we need into this base to do that construction now. So with that, we're going to wrap this up here and call this a short episode for once on just getting the dimensional inventory stuff up and running. And we will catch you next episode for some more proper factory building. That's all for today. Ketterk out.